Whenever you buy any tools or equipment, there's generally maintenance that needs to be carried out. If you buy a stained glass grinder, you need to clean it out occasionally, and also you need to remove the grinder head from the spindle occasionally, because the water will seize that grinder head onto that spindle and you won't be able to remove it, or you'll have a very, very difficult time removing it. That's just all general maintenance, and it's the same with your hand tools. There needs to be maintenance carried out on those as well. Now, what I like to do with my QEP nippers is I like to get a baby wipe, and I like to wipe them all down, because I do find occasionally, you know, you're using adhesive and they can become a little bit sticky. And I like to get in there and wipe them all down, including the back in these grooves. Get in there and remove any bits of, maybe you've been cutting quite a bit of stained glass and there's maybe some shards in there. I like to get rid of all those, and being very careful, because if you have any shards in the back, then you need to use a tool to move them out. Don't use your fingers. And if you're using baby wipes and there's shards in there, just be careful of that as well. And I also like to get in between those those blades, and get in there and really clean those blades up and wipe out any shards of anything or any bits of adhesive, because sometimes when I'm working, I find I may have put a piece down with some adhesive and I go, oh, that doesn't look right, needs a bit more nipping. And so I remove it and there's bits of adhesive on it, and then I use my nippers to cut it, and sometimes you get adhesive on it. Well, I do. I get adhesive sometimes on the actual wheels here. So I just like to wipe it all down, clean them right up. And you may have some better ways of cleaning them down, but I find the baby wipes work really well for me. Just get rid of any bits that could be stuck to them. Now, tools like these QEP nippers, scissors, or even garden shears that have a Fulcrum need to either have the bolt on the back tightened occasionally, or you can apply a screw tightening product that will ensure the nut doesn't come loose over time with usage or vibration. This is quite normal. Now, you can tell if this is happening to your nippers because they may not nip as well as when you originally bought them, and there will be more give in the two halves at the Fulcrum. So what I like to do, I like to just have a little look at them, and if you push down on one side and up on the other side, you can tell there's a bit of give in there. Now, there shouldn't be that type of give. So what we need to do is we need to remove this on the back, take out the Allen key, like that, and what I'm going to do is actually loosen this further. Now, you can tighten this up, but I'm actually going to apply some super screw lock. Now, this is a low strength thread locker. Now, there are different ones of these, and you certainly don't want to use one that is going to be a high strength, because you want to be able to undo this when you want to undo it. And by using a low strength, you'll still be able to do that, because down here it's got dismantle with normal hand tools. You don't want a high strength one. You need to give this a bit of a shake. I'll do that out of the packet. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there and just unscrew it. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to separate these two halves at all. We want to just take the screw, we want to take that nut off. So we just keep going, clamping them together with our hands, but we're going to also hold the nut on the back and just take that off. There you go, making sure that that screw does not come out. So we're going to lay it down like that, very carefully. I'm going to take this out of the packet. Now, this is the one I'm using. Now, for the people in Australia, this is available at Bunnings, and also I think Repco also sell it. Take it out. Always read, which I did, always read the warning labels and things like that on the back. You don't want to breathe the fumes in. Give it a good shake. Ouch, that was my thumb. Okay, that's enough. So we're going to turn that over very carefully. We don't want to drop the screw out. Or the bolt out, I should say. Oh, actually, we need to puncture the hole in it. Okay, I've got my pins here. These are display pins, but they're really, really good. They're strong. Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to put my gloves on too, because I am handling this and I don't want to get it on my skin. It's a safety precaution. So we're going to now just punch the top. There you go. Put that over there out the way. And then we're going to get a bit. There you go. Just a couple of drops, or a drop even. Then we're going to put that top back on. Now this is open, this will last 12 months, as long as it's stored correctly. And then we're going to put the nut on it, making sure we put it on the correct way. And we'll do that up. Yep, that's all good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll leave those open, leave it for about 24 hours, and then you'll be able to use these once again. Don't forget to put your Allen key back in and screw that back up, because you don't want to lose that Allen key. And just a slight tighten, nothing major, and that will hold it all in there. And that's about all there is to it. And then that will ensure that your double-wheeled nippers will be really, really good for you to use. You look after your tools and your tools will look after you. Thanks for watching.